Hi guys, Sarah here, and today I'm going to make a Drippy poster using Photoshop and primarily the liquify tool. So if you are unfamiliar with the liquify tool, watch and you'll learn kind of some of the cool stuff it can do. And if you are familiar with it, maybe I'll show you how to use it in a cool new way. I don't know. I'm not super sure what we're going to be making here, just that I know I want to use the word drippy. If that is in fact a word, I'm not super sure, but let's start anyway. So I'm going to make the word drippy here, make it enormous, like 72. No, 72 isn't enormous. I need like 350. That's too enormous. 250. Well, clearly that's just still too big. Although I do think we need to adjust the kerning on that. And also, I think I want to make that capitalized. So we'll go into here and go all caps. And let's adjust the kerning to, minus 50. And then I'll just make this a bit tinier here. There we go. And I'm also going to make sure this is centered. And centered. There we go. So if you haven't already guessed, I'm going to use the liquify tool to basically drip some of the text here and give it kind of like a melty, drippy look. And for some reason, I'm using the word drippy just because I like it better than the word melty. So it's not summer yet, but soon. Okay, so now what do I want to do? Let's see. Let's put my guides on. Maybe move that a bit this way so it's nice and right in the center. And let's see, we're going to, I think, before I rasterize, I'm going to duplicate with Command J, and then I will rasterize this type. Because we can't use liquify on text that is live, we have to rasterize it. And now I'm wondering if this font actually has a bolder version. We've got it on bold, but is there like there's a black version. Oh, I like that way better. Okay, so we're going to delete the rasterized version. And well, now the kerning seems a bit crazy, so maybe minus 25. Ooh, yeah, okay, that's way better. I like that. Okay, so if you're wondering, and if I did that too fast, that's Montserrat and just black. Because though I had bold, and I like the black a bit more. That is nice. It's very thick. I can get a lot more out of each individual letter form when I use the liquify if the actual letters are just a bit chunkier. So let's now we're going to duplicate that again. Duplicate, and I will rasterize that layer. All right, now what to do? I'm going to keep that. I'm just going to unshow that. I'm going to hide that one and just kind of keep that here in my layers palette for the rest of time, and I'm not going to touch it, just so I have a live version of the text there that I can go back and edit if absolutely necessary, or copy or whatever. So, okay, now what shall I do? Shall I drip it? I think I should drip it. So let's go to Filter, Liquify, and we're just going to make it drip. Now I think this brush might be a bit big, so to just do kind of like a drippy effect, we're just using the Forward Warp tool. And how's that? It's a bit much. I think maybe I'll go to like 300 brush size. Let's see what we can do with that. And I just want this to be drippy-ish, but like subtle. Not too crazy. So it looks like it's just been melting for like a little bit of time. Think of it as if it were chocolate. This is chocolate text, and it's just been sitting in the sun for like just too long, or like sitting in the dashboard of your car. This is making me very sad because I hate it when chocolate melts. I think some people like the taste of melted chocolate, but I hate it. The texture is it's nasty and gross, and I like my chocolate pristine and not melty. All right, now let's see. I don't want the piece to start looking like ours, and if I do it like that, then obviously they will. So we want to keep the shape of each actual letter form, and it still needs to read as the word drippy. Maybe we can go a bit more dramatic with the Y though, because that's still going to read as a Y, kind of no matter what I do. And we'll make the side here just a bit more melty. And maybe we'll bring the P, this one down a bit, and that one down a bit more. And we can bring down the I, and maybe the side of the R too. Okay, and the D, yeah, I'll bring the D down a bit more. We can't let all the other letters have all the fun. And then this part on the Y is bothering me just a little bit, so I'm going to bring that down. There, adorable. Adorable. Okay, that's... No, now it looks like it has a hard edge. It needs to be melty. Okay, there we go. I'm going to go with that. So we have our drippy text, and we can compare it to our original version here. So you see it's quite drippier now. Quite drippier. So what to do next? We get the drippy back on, and I think I'm going to duplicate that now. So now we've got our 2 layers of drippy text. But I think I want to maybe make this one, I'll move it up here. Whoops, that was the page. I'll move it up, take off auto select so I can actually move this. And I think I'm going to do this as like a shadow underneath this text. So I'm going to bring the lightness down to maybe 75. 75, I think that's pretty good. And then I'm going to put it under here. So it'll go down a bit to here. Okay, maybe right there. And then I'm going to go into liquify and do it again. Although this time I think I'm going to zoom in a bit more because I want to go a little bit more dramatic this time. So I want it to be like there's the drip, but then the drip shadow is like excessively drippy, if that makes sense. So we're gonna take things too far in the drippiness. Just get really melted here. So let's take that eye down a bit more. I think I'm gonna need to change the brush size here a bit because we're not getting a lot of like fine details in the drippiness. And the Y now looks like it has a tumor, so that's not so great. But we can fix that. The R, the D isn't doing much on the side here. Okay, now let's bring this down to maybe what? I think maybe 150. Maybe. Let's see how that works. And have a slightly finer brush in here so we can do some more little weird detailing. And we can do that over here on the R. And again, and it's actually hard to see when it's gray like this because the background transparency grid also has the same gray. It's like almost identical, but not quite. So it does make it tricky. But that's my bad. I made it gray, and I probably should have just not did the gray first and did the gray afterwards. Oh well. I mean, it still works. I want this to be like a bit more. What even is the word? Like it's melting beyond all repair? Maybe? I don't know. How's that look? Weird. Okay. Weird is fine. Yeah, some like... Oh, I know. I don't want it to curve because I want it all to be pretty up and down. Like it's melting only vertically. Yeah. And then, you know what? Maybe I will undo that a little bit. And then bring this down to like 75, just so we can get some more details in here. Yes, some more drippy details. Okay. And we'll do the same with the Y. And the R's. The R's? There's only one R. And let's see. Okay. All right, I think that might be good for now. Let's see how it works when it's compared with the other drippy. Ooh, so much drippier. It's a bit menacing looking, and I like that. Cool. Okay. Now, if I wanted to make it even more dramatic, I think I could just go back up to here and click liquify again. Did that do anything, or did it do exactly the same? Oh, it did a little bit more. Just, yeah. No, I like how I had it before. That actually kind of works for me. All right, so that is my drippy poster, basically. But now we want to make it fancy. So, what to do? I think, should I move it up a bit more? I want to put a few more layers in here. What was I gonna do next? I think I will make these a little bit smaller because I don't like how much room they're taking up. It's going for a little bit more of a minimalist look on this paper, and I want a bit more white space. And I think they need that border, that nice whiteness around them. Okay, that looks good. So now I'm actually going to take, I think, maybe the original actually. I'll take this and duplicate that and bring it to the top, and then wonder which, I should have labeled my layers, shouldn't I? Yeah. Call this Drippy Shadow. Drippy Shadow. And we'll call this Drippy Drip. Drippy Front. Yeah, okay. And then this will be, oh, we changed the size, right? Dang, okay. Well, we'll just bring this down to its current size, I guess. Yeah, okay, that's like a bit closer to what, well, no, it's not exact. All right, you know what I should probably do is just back up. So I have everything at the exact same size. So we'll bring this back a bit before I made everything smaller. There we go. And bring this back. If you missed that, that was just like a whole bunch of command or control Zs. So we can get back to our perfect sizing so I don't have to worry about things being not exactly perfectly sized. So, yeah, okay. So now I have this. I'm like, why do I always want to say unshow? I'm going to unshow this. It's like there's a word for that. It's hide. Yeah. I'm sorry. All of my brain power is going into the design right now, and it's not in my head. My words don't want to sit in my head. Okay. So let's actually do with this one. Oops, no, that is not what I want to do. I want to do a white, I think, with like a black stroke. Oh, wait, no, we can do. Let's instead do this gray color. Ooh, yeah, we can put that behind there. We'll do that gray color with the black stroke. Maybe I shouldn't be using black. I should probably be using like an off black, but I don't really mind the black, so it's kind of working. With maybe like a 10-point stroke. And on the inside, just so everything stays exactly the same. Yeah. So it's like the edges of this drippy are the edges of that drippy. Yes. Okay, and we'll bring that down a bit to there. I like that. Okay, that's kind of cool. And I kind of want to do maybe another one. But I also want, I don't like how it's kind of in between those two. So I want this drippy shadow. Was that my drippy shadow? I thought I named that. Oh, right. I went back. And I lost everything I named. Okay, so drippy shadow, you're on the bottom now. And drippy front. Drippy front is in the front. And my drippy gray, I'm not going to name that one. We'll just maybe just copy that. Control J, bring it up a bit, bring that underneath that other one, down a smidgen, and then I will just make it white. Okay. Now, as long as it doesn't look weird in between the letters here, and I think we've adjusted it so it doesn't look too weird. Okay, what do you think? Is that weird enough or not? I'm not even sure anymore. Maybe we bring this one down and then this one down again. What do we like it? Do we hate it? Okay, now I'm actually going to make it almost much smaller. So we're going to take all of these and we're going to make them smaller. Just like I liked it before. And then we undid it all. Okay, so I'm going to go zoom in again. And I don't like this little bit in here. It's driving me crazy. So I'm going to get rid of it by bringing this maybe up. No, I'm selecting everything right now. I need to select just that. Okay. That can stay. And then that up. Okay. Yeah. that actually works. Now, I don't like the fact that the eye has, it's kind of not working. I think I liquefied the eye a little bit too much. So let's click on the eye, and I'm just going to take that and move it. Doot, doot, doot. Okay, that's much better. So now there's still a tiny bit there, but it's not as pronounced as it was before. So I'm not super sure I like this hard edge here, but I also don't mind because it's meant to be a shadow. So I think that works. Okay. Now I think I want to add some other sort of details. I mean, I really like the minimalist look, but I still want to add something. And I also kind of want to change this color. I think this is at like a perfect white, isn't it? Yeah, okay, so what if we go image adjustments, hue saturation, and make it just like a little dark, like maybe -5. So it's not perfect white. It's just slightly off white. Okay, of course, then we're going to need to go into this one. Which one was that? This one? Yeah. We'll select that, and then we'll make it the same as the background color. There we go. So it's not just like this weird white thing sticking out here. And, okay, all right, so I wanted little elements around here. So what have we got? So actually I should probably put these all in their own little folder. So I'll call that folder Drippy. And then I'm going to make a new folder for Drippy dots. Drippy dotty dot dots. Yeah. Drippy dots. Okay. And then I'm going to take the black color and the brush, which I currently don't have a layer selected to do anything on. There we go. Okay. What have we got? 511. We'll go. I mean, that was actually not bad. So we'll just go like 500 with maximum hardness because I'm going to drip these. And just like put dots all over the place, and another dot, and another dot, and another dot, and another dot there, and then I'm going to do some smaller dots that are half the size, so like 250, and a dot, and a dot, and a dot, and then math 125. And dot, 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 half dot, half dot. Okay. So we've got all our dots in here. We have like a polka dotted something going on. I like that actually. That looks very cute. And I'm going to duplicate that and hide one of those layers in case I massively mess up next time when I do the liquefying. Ooh, what happens if I do this? Let's see. Oh, nothing. Okay, cool. Never mind then. So we're going to do the liquify in here manually because I didn't like what I did before. Okay, so we're going to go to a 250 brush. Maybe more than 250, maybe like a 350. Yeah, and then we're going to basically just do the same thing. Just make things kind of weird and a little liquefied, like I want to say like M&Ms that have been sitting in the hot sun, but I don't think M&Ms melt like this. I think they just, like the color just comes off. Same with like Smarties. So isn't there like a chocolatey thing that's just like little round dots? Maybe I will go with Girl Guide cookies, like the mint ones. The only Girl Guide cookies I actually like. I like those ones a lot actually though. Let's go 150. So it's just like those little round Girl Guide cookies, the mint ones, have been sitting in the sun for too long, or stuck up on a wall with a heat lamp pointed at them. Yeah, that's what's going on here, if you can't tell. It's Girl Guide cookies. I used to sell those. Cool. I like this. And now I want shadows for them. So I'm going to make another layer. I'm going to duplicate that, put it under here. And I'm going to grab this gray color and go image adjustments, gradient map. And that will create a color for the entire thing. And I'll just move it down. Down, down, down. Down, 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 down. That's down enough. Also, what is happening with this little dude here? I don't like anything about that. Let's go and adjust that. We just need the black. Oops. No, I need the black. I need the black. All right, I got the black, and let's bring that down to something smaller and just fix that. Okay, I'm not going to fix the shadow because you can't see it. All right, so I like this. This is actually pretty cool. Now, do I want to do anything else with it? I like the very subtle background color. I could maybe get rid of the black because, I mean, right now it is like a perfect black, but I'm actually okay with like a perfect black and the off-white. Or maybe I'm just too lazy to go in and change everything. That's also possible. So we'll just leave it how it is. I'll actually make sure that my text is the same black color I'm using. Yes, it would appear to be using that. Okay, cool. So now I kind of want to experiment with the background. Yeah, this whitey, off-white, practically totally white background. Okay, so how about we go, I can do gradient overlay, but honestly, as cool as that color is, that looks weird. That's weird. So I'm gonna go pattern overlay, and okay, the dots isn't bad actually. What about, I've got a whole bunch of patterns in here, and honestly, I'm not super sure which ones are the default patterns. I don't think, oh gosh, I actually don't know which ones are the default patterns. Because I had previously made some patterns, but I don't think they're here. So I don't know. Actually, that might have been on my other computer. That could be why. So yeah, these actually might be the default ones, which would mean, yay, you have them on your computer. So if you are following along, you can probably see them too. Okay, so I like this diagonal one. You can make it a bit bigger. Unfortunately, the poster is, I mean, it's dripping. And so I want it to go straight up and down. So something on a diagonal doesn't really work. And this is horizontal. This one would work, but I think it, I mean, if you look in really close, it kind of interferes with the lines here. I don't like that so much. That's just not super great. And this is, no, I don't like that one at all. But the polka dot one's actually kind of nice. What are my other options here? We've got little, oh, that's kind of cute actually. Oh, that's adorable. Look at that. They're so tiny, tiny little diagonal lines. But again, I don't want to use diagonal lines. Or weird squares that go on for all of infinity, or like a weird camel print. We're going to go with the dots, the dotty dots. And how big do I want these dots to be? I actually like that 226 isn't bad. If I made them enormous, I don't like how they start to blur. And if I make them too small, then it doesn't actually show up as anything other than like a texture or a gray, basically. So what did we have? We liked 226. I kind of want to go maybe 250. That's not bad. And no, I think I like them at like full opacity here. Okay, so 250. What if we go to, what was it, like 225 before? Is there much of a difference? A little bit. Okay, I think maybe 200. No. 225. 225 it is. Okay, yeah, I like 220. 235? Okay, we're just gonna stop messing around with it and use that. Okay, now let's center this. And the only problem with that, because everything else looks amazing, is the shadows here. So I don't like how they're sitting on the dots. So I'm going to give them a blend mode effecty thing. So we can go multiply. That's not bad actually. Or darker color. We go linear burn. Okay, linear burn kind of works. Is there another one that works? Oh, I like the white. Oh, the white's actually cool because it takes away the area of that. Oh, that's really cool actually. I didn't even think of using white over top of the polka dots. That looks terrible. Don't do that. I like how that negatives it. It excludes it. That's not too bad. But what was the white one? It was linear dodge. Okay, that is actually kind of cool. Okay, so if we do linear dodge for that one and for that one, let's see what that looks like. Where is my linear dodge? Okay, that is not bad. I actually really like that. Let's zoom it in. Okay, so you can actually still see it. So maybe we can have it so you can't see that. That would actually be way better. And if I want to do that, I should probably just make it white, or the our off-white color here. So let's get rid of our pattern overlay and just eyedropper that, bring our pattern overlay back and go into here, and let's make our drippy shadow that whitey off-white color. But see, now it's not even matching the background. Why is it not doing that? Let's try that again. Image adjustments. There we go. We just had to find the right off-white. Oh, that's cool. I like that. Okay, so we'll do the same with the under shadow. And we'll go image adjustments, gradient map, make that the under white. And I think we're done. Ignoring the fact that you really can't read or you can't read the stuff at the bottom like at all. But you know, I'm not going to care about that, because I mean, I'm not printing this, and if I did, I would actually adjust that a bit. But I like how this works. You can read the most important stuff anyway. Although the logo isn't really showing up. I could do the linear. No, maybe I should just leave it as is. Yeah, it's getting too messy. Okay, well, we'll leave that alone. All right, so I think we are done. I really like how this turned out. It's like not super minimalist, but just minimalist enough that it's kind of a cool little drippy poster. Let's see what it would look like if I moved it down a smidgen. Is it centered? Oh, it's not even centered. Well, that's why I want to move it down. Okay, we'll move it down there. Is that all moving together? Yes, it is. Okay. It's very like moo cow is my my color theme here. Okay, I'm cool with that. All right, and last step, because we have all this white and black and white here, is I think maybe I'm going to give the entire thing a border. 75 or maybe 50. 50 might be a bit better. What have I done? I forgot to select it. Oh boy, edit, stroke, 50. Whoops. That's not bad. What if we actually went a bit larger? We'll do a new layer and we'll do that again. Edit, stroke. We'll try that 75. Okay, do we like 75 or do we like 50? Do we hate them both? The 75 works because it's a bit thicker, and the 50 isn't working because it totally cuts this guy out. But the 75 or the 50 only half cuts him out, whereas the 75 does completely. So I think we'll go with 75. All right, cool. So I think we are done. All right, thanks so much for watching, guys. If you have any ideas for other poster designs or anything you want me to do, please let me know in the comments below. And I will see you next time. Bye.